A month or two ago, I was introduced to URZAS.AI. If you don't know what that is, it's an AI generator that creates magic cards for you. You can input name, creature type, and color, and then you just watch the magic happen. My brother-in-law and I made hundreds of these cards, literally, and I'd like to share my top 10 creature cards I made with you. Keep in mind, I'll be doing another video with legendary creatures in the future, just to break things up a little bit, just so it's not too crazy. At number 10, we have Eyed Scarecrow. It costs green, black. It's a 2/2 Scarecrow. And whenever you cast a creature spell, you put a +1/+1 counter on Eyed Scarecrow. So it's just kind of a nice creature there in green. Whenever you cast a creature spell, you put a counter on it. It's kind of weird that it's in black-green instead of black-blue. Yeah, but whatever. It whispers a language that was created by Miri's experiment. I don't know what that means, but at least it looks cool. At number 9, we have Hufflepuff Dropout. It costs 2 white, black. It is a 2/2 Mystic, and it's got flying, and whenever Hufflepuff Dropout deals combat damage to a player, you exile the top card of that player's library face down. You never get to know what it is. You can't cast it. They can't cast it. It's just exiled forever face down. I don't know what Hufflepuff has to do with this. But there is no memory of what Hufflepuff got up to. But he lost his first breath, and then his last. Great. At number 8, we have Flailing Madman. It's a 4/4 barbarian, and it costs 4 green, black. And whenever you discard a card, you draw a card. I don't know what kind of crazy madness deck you have to be running with to have green and black in it, but I don't know, maybe it could work. Whenever you discard a card, draw a card. I mean, that's kind of good. That's like a cool thing. And its flavor text says, "Those few who attempt to renounce the curse of madness face the greatest challenge of all." It seems like it works as a quote, you know? At number 7, we have Black Creature Dude. It's a 3/2 zombie that costs 3 black. And whenever a creature dies, each opponent loses a life. Now, that's actually a pretty cool thing there, right? Whenever any creature dies, each opponent loses a life, not affecting you. And it's just, I think it's actually really good, especially in a zombie deck. And this flavor text says, "It never occurs that the curses and power can't be carried by zombies." Yeah, I mean, obviously. 6 brings us Tidebringer, costs 1 blue, red. It's a Nephilim, which is interesting. It's a 2/2, and whenever any player casts a spell, that player loses a life. So whatever blue-red deck is trying to make players lose life, I don't know what is supposed to happen with that, but man, its flavor of text is pretty great too. So you waste not, well-being, death, and decay are simple, irrepressible delights. Okay, actually, that didn't make any sense at all. But it's by a Riptide Myth, so it must be good, right? Number 5, we see Spoopy Sewer Bones. It's a 1/1 skeleton, costs blue, black, and whenever any creature dies, you draw a card. That's an incredible thing just on a stick, especially for 2 mana. And when a corpse is cut, its bones boil. If boiling is drawing a card and cutting a corpse is creatures dying, then yes. At number 4, we have Infernal Fluff. It costs 1 red, red, red. It is a Beeble, and it's a 2/2, and it's got flying. And whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you can pay 1. Just 1 generic mana. If you do, you copy a target instant card from your graveyard. That's so good. I don't know. There's some pretty good red cards that you could pull back out of your graveyard for 1 mana, and you just copy it. You don't even exile the card from your graveyard. You just make a copy of the instant. I don't know how that really plays out. Maybe the wording's a little off, but I think that'd be really cool to play it. Just like as is. It's kind of neat. And its flavor text says, "A faint, sweet smell whispers in the cool dark." It's probably a Beeble butt. Number 3, of course, we have Anakin's Worst Nightmare. It is a 2/2 sand creature. See what I did there? It's costs 3 black red. It's got flying, and whenever Anakin's Worst Nightmare deals combat damage to a player, you create that many 1/1 green saplings. What? That doesn't make any sense. Maybe a sand creature, but no, it makes saplings. But yeah, some winny creatures keep dropping to the bottom of the food chain. Anakin went to the top of the food chain, but I guess no. The sand people, those went at the bottom of the food chain real quick. And anyway, I digress. Squeakers mix squeakin'. It's a 2/2 mouse that costs green, 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 green. And at the beginning of your upkeep, you may create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. That's a really cool effect, especially in green, and we need more mice in the game, I think. Plus, just making a copy of any creature you control on the beginning of each of your upkeeps, that's a pretty cool effect, and it's probably an effect you could actually probably see. And guess what? She takes pride in always being on top. I just remembered that it said that. I don't know who she is, but I'm glad she takes pride in being on top. I'm just going to move on from this one. Now we have an honorable mention. It's Talks Too Much McGee. He's a 4/4 advisor. It costs 4 black red. And when you speak too much, each opponent may discard a card. His flavor text just says the silent treatment. It's so stupid. So I don't know who says when you speak too much, but when you do, each opponent may discard a card. They don't have to, but they can. Just to give them that option. This is such a stupid card, but I love it. It's so funny. And at number 1, we have a Sad Orphan. It costs 3 green blue. It's a 3/3 homunculus. And whenever another creature dies, you put a +1/+1 counter on Sad Orphan. And you can pay 2 green blue to remove a counter from Sad Orphan to create another Sad Orphan. It's a 1/1 green homunculus. You just make as many orphans as you wish. And I hid the flavor text there for a reason, because it's my favorite. There is no cure for it. I don't know what that's referring to, being an orphan, or I don't know, but I just thought it was kind of funny. Anyway, I'm not trying to be offensive, but it was pretty funny. Come on, guys. All right. Anyway, thanks you guys so much for watching. This is a lot of fun. We made a whole cube based out of all these cards, and it was just amazing and fun. But yeah, more videos to come in the future. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you ring that bell button so you don't miss your weekly dose of magic. To support this channel, visit the TCGplayer affiliate link in the description below. And if you want to support the channel directly, visit patreon.com/manfred+magic. As a patron, you'll have access to the community Discord where you can talk with myself and other friends about all things magic. And you'll find even more benefits for each tier, starting at $1 as a copper.